This is Justin Ruiz for CSC300 Assignment 6. So first I'll go over the classes for this project. The first main abstract class box implements comparable, which means that it will have the compare to method, but those will be overridden in the children classes of box. But for box itself, it basically just has three int parameters of length, width, and depth. It has the surface area method, which will calculate the surface area using the 3 dimensions, and it has the volume method, which will calculate the volume using those 3 parameters as well. Then there's just a simple display function that will just do an easy printout of the object's parameters and surface area and volume. Then for box area, which is a child class of box, this one just has a constructor for initialization, and then the compare to method that is overridden from the comparable class. And basically it just checks that if the comparee surface area volume value is greater than the comparer surface area value, then it'll return -1. If it's less than, then it'll return 1, and then if they're equal, it will return 0. And the second child class of box volume does the exact same thing, except instead of comparing the surface area values, it will compare the volume values instead. Now for the actual main method itself. So first I initialize the scanner and 2 arrays of objects of box area and box volume respectively, and then it will prompt the user to input the dimensions of 5 boxes with length, width, and depth separated by commas. Then this for loop will grab all 5 created boxes and place the area box and the volume box into the areas and volumes array respectively. Then it will try to see if they are ordered up, and it'll call the ordered up method here, and basically it just finds the compare to value, and it will compare it with the object in the index array before it. And if it returns -1, which means that the second value was greater than the last, then it'll return false, which means it's not in order. And if we get through both of the loops without returning false, then we return true, because then it was sorted in order by ascending. Then it'll go into display sorted, which basically just grabs both the areas and volumes arrays and prints them out using the display method. But first it'll sort it, which is just the basic sorting algorithm using 2 temporary values, and it'll pump through the arrays respectively and replace if it finds one bigger than the last. Then after that, it just sorts, and then it will print out everything, and that will have the final result. So now I'll go ahead and run the program just to show that it works. So as you can see here, at first, the surface areas are in ascending order, but the volumes are not. And then after we sort them, it will give these 2 here, which are sorted by ascending, first by surface area, then by volume.